particular part of Mandana that is being misunderstood or not being able to understood, वो part क्या है? वो Mandana कौन है जो किसी को समझ नहीं आता? Her journey is not just about success; it's about identity. Please welcome Mandana Karimi.
Where I come from, what I've gone through, and what I've achieved in life, I had so much of challenges.
Relationships.
Oh my God.
Which part of Mandana was mostly misunderstood when you were in relationship, in marriage?
I'm single even today. I have lived in India and I've dated a lot of Indian men. I've actually only dated Indian men.
You will allow him to pass on that blockade that
I think for me it's just a basic behavior. Just show up.
Do you choose chaos or does the chaos chase you?
I think it's the fact that I trust openly.
This popularity is definitely, it has a lot to do with you being in Bollywood.
Of course.
How does Bollywood take these things?
The challenge was I didn't get lucky to find good people to work with them in an early stage of my career.
They compromised on certain things. That's
Of
why
course they
they're there?
compromise.
How do they operate? Like, how do they look like? How do they, as an individual, you have worked with them.
No.
How do they look like?
And if you're a famous person and you did not talk about January, it doesn't matter who you are. You're from, I don't know, whatever industry you are, and you didn't talk about it, I don't count you as a celebrity.
There are political polarization over
Sure.
there and ethnic polarization as well.
Sure.
There are celebrities who support a certain ethnic group or rather a political party who has a
Sure.
particular agenda. If you are right, Mandana, in
Yeah.
your opinion,
Sure.
so they will claim they're also right if they're supporting a particular ethnic group.
It's up to you to take a side or what side you want to be, or I'm talking about as a celebrity, not a layman, right?
She was seen by millions but understood by very few. From fame, relationships, and public judgment to rebuilding herself through pain, identity, and survival. This is not just a conversation about Bollywood. This is a conversation about what happens to a human being when the world only sees the image and not the person behind it. Mandana Karimi, like you have never seen before. In an industry built on image, visibility, and perception, very few people speak about the cost behind it. Today's guest has lived through the spotlight across cultures, expectations, and realities, navigating fame, relationships, judgment, and then reinvention in real time. Her journey is not just about success, it's about identity, survival, and the courage to speak when silence is easier. From being seen by millions to being understood by very few. Today, we move beyond headlines into the psychology of visibility, love, and truth. Please welcome Mandana Karimi. Thank you so much, Mandana.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's an honor to have you.
It's so amazing to meet you in person finally.
Yes, and you know the best part is that this is the first time we are meeting.
How many years we know each other? 3 years?
Almost 3 years,
3 years,
yes. And we
before.
always planned that okay, we will
Yeah.
catch up over a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Here we are having a
Yeah.
coffee on a podcast, but lovely to have you
Thank you
here.
so much for having me.
Mandana, the very first question that comes to anyone's mind, ke you have been seen by world as bold, as fearless, as somebody who can speak her mind out, but understood by very few.
Correct.
That particular part of Mandana that is being misunderstood or not being able to understood by masses, वो part क्या है? वो Mandana कौन है जो किसी को समझ नहीं आती है?
You know, as you correctly said, I've been known by millions, or you know, I've lived in India, such one of the biggest industry that is there in the
True.
world, and such a populated country. And as an Iranian, going to India and making a name for yourself is not something that every day happens, you know. But one thing that I never actually thought about it, but now I'm getting older, I'm thinking about it, is the fact that I've been known by very few people. There are very limited people, probably 2 or 3 people that they know me as they know me. And even them, even the people that they know me very closely, I confuse them a little bit, because there has been a lot of situations that I've been in. It could be easier to keep quiet. It could be very easy to fall into that ordinary, typical, or keeping quiet and not talking about the things that I've gone through, right? But the reason a lot of people, they don't know me and they get confused by my personality is that because where I come from, what I've gone through and what I've achieved in life, I had so much of challenges, and I never had an ordinary life. There wasn't a mother and a father and children, and then that's a family, and then you go to school, and then you grow up, and then you go to uni, and then you get married, you get your heart broken. Every time that I have come close to certain things that I wanted, it could be having a family, it could be, I don't know, being successful in my business or the industry, there is some challenges has come towards me.
Do you choose chaos, or does the chaos chase you?
I don't think I choose chaos. You know, we had this conversation on our session that we have done in private. I think it's the fact that I trust openly. I trust with all my heart. And in this world, there are people that they abuse that power that you give to them. And I've realized that a person like me, because I never had a family. You know, I started living alone since I was 14. I have this desire of being accepted by a family, or building my own family, or being accepted by someone else's family. And a lot of people look into that like, oh, why it happens again and again with you? But then I don't think about it that way. I just take it with a pinch of salt, and you know, I'm like, okay, this is life. I mean, it hurts to not being understood by many people. And also another reason is that I haven't lived anywhere more than I lived in India. I traveled so much. So every time that I have walked into the industry or a new city or new country, I've stayed there for a few years, and it could be a visa issue or my passport issue or whatever issue that I had to leave. And I had to build again, rebuild. It gets destroyed or get damaged by other people, then I have to build it again. So when you, and plus, when you become a public figure, right? All of us, we have our failures, right?
True.
Me, you, everyone.
True.
But when you're a public figure, your failure, it looks 100 times bigger. And everyone has an opinion, and everyone has a different opinion about, oh, why she did this, and why she did that, and why she speaks so much about women. But you need to understand, a person like me, I've come from a place that I had absolutely no rights. And a lot of people that I know, they sit on a very privileged space. And then when I talk to them, right, when I talk about the reality and how things can get, and sometimes I'm talking as a friend, or sometimes I'm talking as a celebrity, or sometimes I use my platforms to speak about it, or sometimes I actually go against all the odds and I open my NGO and I support women, right? There are two types of people in this scenario. One, they're like, how come she comes from nothing and nowhere, but she's still helping people? That's the one thing. And then the second group are like, oh yeah, because she has no life, because she has no work, oh, she's doing it for drama, she's doing it for noise. And those people are the ones sitting in the comfort of their own house, country, and they don't even care about anyone. And for me, as a public figure, that creates a lot of confusion for people, right? But for me, I still do me. I still do whatever I'm doing in my life, and you know, they can call it chaotic.
That's the interesting part,
Yeah.
that you still do you.
Yeah.
And in the hindsight, people think that when they think about Mandana, another thought pops up, which is a person surrounded with controversies.
Yeah.
And another interesting part, which इससे पहले शायद आपने कभी नहीं सुना होगा, कि this is the one of those rare people that I have met, you, कि जो इसकी controversies उसके किसी character flaw की वजह से नहीं है. It's because of her opinion about things. Like people create controversies because they do things, certain things which are harmful to the society or to an individual. Your controversies are looming over your head.
Because I have an opinion. And by the way, that's becoming a dangerous. You are, as an individual, you become dangerous in any society when you have an opinion. Your opinion, it could be bad or good or whatever, right? Unfortunately, people have become so numb, right? And my opinion, my opinion is not about going against anyone, It's not. I don't go against a government. I don't go against a society that I'm in. I just have an opinion. In certain society, especially India, you know, right? Actually, you know, in a lot of society around us, when a woman has an opinion and you don't count yourself or put yourself in a box that I am a woman, I'm supposed to make babies or maybe do have some jobs, but it's not going to harm anyone, you know, and no one is going to get pissed because I have an opinion. So they do the life, they do the shopping, they make the babies or whatsoever. But what we're not realizing, a lot of people in our society, they have become numb. They only consume. The consume culture, right, has become so big. A person like me, as you correctly said, my drama, so-called, a lot of people call it, is because I have opinions, simply.
Like you're a whistleblower, right?
Yeah.
You wake them up and they don't like to be woken up.
They don't want to.
Because they're enjoying that slumber.
Yeah. Example, like, you know, in this recent situation around the world, around the region, and in India, I asked a very simple question. And there was a officer or, you know, a person, and he says, why do you have an opinion on that? If you're fighting, go and sit in your country and fight. And I said, listen, I'm not disrespecting anyone. I am asking, I'm saying that I'm not a geopolitic commentator, but could you please answer my question? Because I've been paying tax in your country for over 16 years, and I actually have a question. And obviously they could not answer, and the next thing I know, they've twisted my words and they're saying that, oh, she's going back to her country while the war is. I mean, it's, you know, that's how they try to keep you quiet.
See, that's the problem with our Desi society, which I'm very vocal about this particular problem. When you find, and especially men, because it's a patriarchal system, when they find themselves not able to answer the question, they try to characterize you in a particular way, right? Or either they will hit your ethnicity, nationality, religion, your race, anything. This is what has happened. Now, moving on to the industry which has given you more recognition, name. Mandana Karimi is known by Bollywood. I mean, you were Mandana Karimi before with other traits, of course, but this popularity is definitely, it has a lot to do with you being in Bollywood.
Of course.
This trait of yours, being opinionated, calling out what's wrong according to you, how does Bollywood take these things?
They don't take it. You don't see. When I became an actress, I did few movies in few years which didn't got released, and then I went to Bigg Boss, right? And after that, suddenly I have so many releases. I became popular in Bigg Boss, and everything I received it on my own from my hard work, right? There was no U-turn, there was no shortcut or anything. And the next thing, it was like, okay, now, you know, you're great. People love you. The public, they love you. And how about we do it this way? And I said, no, I don't work that way. How about, you know, you become like nice to this person or to that person? What I wanted to be, simply and basically, to just being accepted for who I am and what I am. And
they wanted to be selective?
Not even selective. There is this undertone of like, you need to play the game, you need to be with certain people, you need to, you know, there's just so much of politics in it, and I'm not interested. You know, to be honest, even in India, when I opened my NGO, a lot of people kind of like start talking to me about being part of the political agendas and things like that, and I never wanted to do that, because even today, as we speak, 2026 May, I still do not work for anybody. And I could have made a lot of money. And I could have, I don't know, this is a commentary that a lot of people say online. Oh, but I'm sure she's with part of like whatever, or she's talking about like governments. And I'm telling you this honestly, if I wanted to be, I would be actually a billionaire by now. But I don't want to. I simply want to be myself, choose my friends, choose the job that I want to do, be honest, be graceful as a woman towards my society, wherever that is, do my job, and help people.
Are you not paying a huge price for this?
And I'm paying the price, because that's a price that you're going to pay.
Is it worth it?
It is worth it. If you know the people that I'm helping right now, It's worth every dime of it.
Okay.
But I have reached example. I was in India. I was on the police protection. There was a lot of harassment. There was a lot of situation that I've had since January, and before that as well. Every time that I tried to do something, in the beginning, no one bothered, and then I opened like an NGO which was in a slum of Bombay, and my name was being, around by kids and their family. And then suddenly some political says, oh, you're doing a great job. How about this? And I was like, how about no? How about I stay me, I gather whoever friends that I have, whatever money I have, and we help the kids.
Okay.
How about we don't make this a thing? Everything has to be a thing. And I don't like that. Even in Bollywood, it has to be a thing. It has to be
What is
you
a
are part
particular
of the
thing that Mandana found challenging in Bollywood, and if you would have not had that challenge, or if you would have overcome that challenge, you would have been.
The challenge was I didn't get lucky to find good people to work with them in the early stage of my career.
Okay.
I met a couple of them. Example, I met Kapoor's family. I did a very small movie with their production house. Oh my God, I loved every second of it.
Ah, okay.
But for a foreigner in India, it's not so easy to meet people like that in the beginning of your career.
Okay.
And I met them and I did that movie with them almost in a time that I refused to do projects.
Okay.
And Anil said, I spoke to Anil sir. Anil sir was like, listen, the movie is only like, I need you for 3-4 days. But you have to do this for us. And it was a time that I was saying no to projects. And a lot of people were like, oh, she's not getting projects, she's not that. But I refuse to accept projects. And I went back to school. I got, my study a little bit with interior design. I started working for a company and I started from scratch, zero. And again, problems started when people were like, hold on a second. She said goodbye to Bollywood. Now she has a new career. Wait a second. Why a foreign woman can come to my country and say whatever she wants, do whatever she wants, and now she started a new career? And then I saw having problems in that. And I was working for a company, not for anyone. 2 years ago, when I started my own company, my problem, it became 10x. Because everywhere that I went, they counted me. Oh, she's pretty, that's why she's getting project. Oh, you got that client because I'm sure you have something to do with that client. Oh, of course, you're an actress. Everyone wants to be around hot and sexy. And I'm like...
This is all industry things.
Yeah. And I'm talking about like a senior people in the new industry that I went to.
Okay.
And they count me as this pretty, brainless or whatever, but actually that's not what they believe.
Okay.
Because a person who makes a commentary about you, about your work, about your life, and that's the language that they use, it just shows you doing something right.
So other people, other girls like you, they are enduring this.
Yeah.
I'm being a devil's advocate right now.
Sure.
See, you have, I don't think so I'll be able to name the celebrity because, okay, that celebrity is doing well in Bollywood.
Yeah.
She was your peer.
Yeah.
She was there with you in Bigg Boss.
Yeah.
Doing well. So do you think that they compromised on certain things? That's
of
why
course they
they're there?
compromise. Of course they compromise. As you correctly said, there's a price for everything, right? You pay a price for being opinionated. You pay a price, and it's not about one society anymore. There is this understanding of what is a beauty. What is the meaning of beauty? There is certain looks into it. There is certain behavior into it. And if the society cannot fit you in that, if a industry cannot fit you in that, you are outsider. You never will accept it. And the person that you're talking about, I have a respect for any woman, whatever you do, however you do, and hats off to her. Because if you can sell your soul into the fame and the money and all of that, by building a castle and sitting on top of the castle, and then by the time that you reach up there, you don't have a soul, hats off to you. I count you as a very strong person. Because that's a massive price. At least I might not have the money or the fame or having all this drama around me. At least I sleep very comfortably at night. And not only my soul is fed, my people who are doing a prayer behind my back, or people who literally have got stuck in a countries, on a borders. I'm helping people to pay their medical bills. I have this family who have been sending money every week for their pocket money, and I'm talking about like buying bread and like rice, things like that in Iran.
That's amazing.
So my night ends, my day ends by having those prayers.
So
And a person who sell their soul to sit on the castle, to have so much in life, I hope they're gonna have the same peace that I have.
well, that's a very strong part that you have just
It is.
mentioned. Now, I'm wondering as a layman that people with, as you mentioned, that they have sold their soul. How do they operate? Like, how do they look like? How do they, as on the screen, we see them as normal people, like celebs, stars who are there to entertain and they have a mark on the society. But as an individual, you have worked with them.
No.
How do they look like?
They look like you and I. They don't look different. But
From
I tell
inside.
you, I tell you a situation which is going around the world,
Okay.
not about a specific person. You know, I've known so many people. They're famous. They're not connected to anywhere. They're good people,
Okay.
and they care about people, not
Okay.
about being political or taking a side of a government or whatsoever. And they spoke about what happened in Iran January 8th and 9th.
Okay.
What happened in January 8th and 9th had nothing to do with any government or who you're supporting. It was purely, if I say I'm a woman empowerment activist, right? So for me, a woman from UAE, from Africa, from Moon is a woman.
True.
Right? I stand for them. And if you're a famous person and you did not talk about January, it doesn't matter who you are. You're from, I don't know, whatever industry you are, and you didn't talk about it, I don't count you as a celebrity.
But they say.
And that just shows, sorry, that's the answer to your question. They've sold their soul to something.
But isn't it a common knowledge, or rather an unannounced pact amongst celebrities of our region, that they're supposed to be apolitical? They're not supposed to be mingling
Yeah.
whatever is going on in geopolitical
But
realm.
that's the excuse that you give.
Okay.
That's the excuse that you give. I know a lot of people from the UAE that have spoken about it.
So what about?
You don't
okay,
have to get into politics.
But they have an opinion. For example, let's talk about India. India has a
Yeah.
huge country with diversified cultures, and there are several ethnicities living under one flag.
Yeah.
See, there are political polarization over
Sure.
there, and ethnic polarization as well.
Sure.
There are celebrities who support a certain ethnic group, or rather a political party who has a
Sure.
particular agenda. If you are right, Mandana, in
Yeah.
your opinion,
Sure.
so they will claim they're also right if they're supporting a particular ethnic group.
Yeah. See, you can give an excuse as everything is political. I don't want to get into the politics. We live in a world that everything is politics. Okay? It's up to you to take a side, or what side you want to be, or I'm talking about as a celebrity, not a layman, right? And specifically about Indian, famous actors or whatever. I had messages and comments from very famous people in India. You know, I'm known in
sure.
India, right? And the same thing that they've said, all of them. I might not have respect for them as a celebrity, but I know one side of them, that as actors or as people of India, the moment they say something, they think that they're going to become political. The drama is going to follow them, right? But what they message that I cannot even begin about your courage, that you're talking about your people.
Okay.
See what that shows.
They want
You're
to.
so worried about your stardom, your fame, that people are going to come and say, listen, societies and the police or the media and politics and people in power, they don't really care. They're just going to use their money or whatsoever, right? And then you're talking about the society, which has controlled you so much that you're not going to have opinion. A lot of people in India and a lot of people in that place are numb. Some of them, I don't know what they are anymore.
Oh, really?
Because you cannot. If that happens, if the same incident happened in India, right? So you would not talk about it?
Of course, I think people do.
Yeah, so-
Sometimes do. But incidents did happen in India, in Pakistan,
It
Bangladesh
has.
recently, remember?
Of course.
But hardly anyone spoke about it.
And not only that, a lot of people in India, which I had a debate with them, they said, "Oh, you're sitting in this country and you know talking about your country and fighting your fight." And I said, "Yes, because I take India as my home and I lived here for many years." But answer me a question: how about your own Mr. Gandhi? Didn't he travel around and ask the help of people? What happened? You're Indian, right? You have such a pride. You have such a pride.
Yeah, they do take pride in, yes, obviously, in
yeah, of
Gandhi's
course.
struggle.
You take off so much of pride about Gandhi and what he did for the country. And then me, a girl, a normal girl, I'm not even political.
This is
I'm not.
exactly the problem is you're not a
There you go.
politician.
There you
They don't
go.
expect you to do all
There
these
you
things.
go, because they want me to be pretty and smile.
Okay.
And I'm asking a very simple question. Put yourself in my place. I'm Iranian. My country is going through a tough time.
This is exactly where it all comes down to, that Mandana doesn't want to be a soulless person to be
No.
known
Yeah,
by
no.
people who follow her.
Yeah.
Yet there are people who you think that
Yeah.
they have sold their soul. Moving on to the other part, you have lived cross cultures.
Yeah.
Have you ever felt that this is exactly where I belong? Is there any place, any part of the world, any part of any culture that you find yourself that, okay, this is where I gel in, this is where I belong?
See, because I left at such a young age from my own homeland, which is Iran, when I was like 18. I lived in so many different countries. I have adapted. I know myself that I adapt really well. It doesn't matter, I'm in Malaysia, I'm in Hong Kong, I'm in India, I have adapted because I learned the culture. I respect the culture.
Okay.
I make friends. I have become part of the industries and society and all of that, right? I had my company register here almost a year and a half ago. And after a really long time, I wasn't happy in India. It's been a long time. I think since 2022.
Okay.
And I started actually trying to take my projects, my interior design projects, outside of India. And Dubai was one of the places. And I kept coming here for my projects, and then 1 week, 10 days, and then I registered my company. And then when I was doing all of that work, for first time in a really long time, my paperwork, it took me 2 days. Okay? It took me 2 days.
Okay.
And I find out, as a woman, I have a lot of mileage here. Okay? The loan and the company, all of that. And there was an Indian guy who was taking care of my work. And I said, am I done? And he's like, yeah. So your card is going to come in like, whatever days. And, this is done, that is done. So I asked myself why I'm still in India. Because my business is going down. There are so many people that have so much of opinion about what I do, how I do it, why I'm getting clients, why I'm becoming successful. Every day I have some problems, my paperwork, all of that. And a lot of friends, they start saying that, listen, with your whole new profile and your new job, you're just too fancy. You just look like a woman who lives in Dubai and works in Dubai. So it was a joke first, And before the war happened, the night of the war, I had my flight to Dubai.
Okay.
And I had my flight, and obviously it got canceled. Before that, obviously, I packed my entire life. I had 7 bags, I had a flight, and I got stuck in India.
Okay.
So for a month and a half, I was homeless. I had to find a place to stay, and then I had legal issues. I had not a legal issue, but I had harassment cases, and people, attacked my old home. There was just so much, and I felt so unsafe. I haven't felt this unsafe in like my whole life. I was in a safe house for a month and a half. I could not get out of a house. I wasn't eating, I wasn't sleeping, and then on the other side, my family has been harassed. I had
This
these.
is just for
This
speaking
is this
up?
year. Yeah. This is
Okay.
and the social media harassment, just like massive, calling me names, calling me things, telling me that I'm a Mossad agent, I'm American, I'm not even Iranian. I'm lying that I'm Iranian. And finally, and I lost the job that I was supposed to do in Dubai, by the way. I lost the job supposed to do in Dubai because, the situation, and I couldn't make it and I couldn't come here. And finally, I came here a month ago and I moved here and I said, okay, I know things are difficult, but I have a feeling that I have to take the leap of faith. And since 1 month, it doesn't, my situation, the fight that I have, it hasn't slowed down. It hasn't become calmer or less problems or, all of that. But it's been a month. I'm back to the gym. I'm working out.
Okay.
I have this peace of mind, and I've got back my sanity. So, and I did speak about it on my social media. I said, Dubai hasn't made my problems to go away. My life is still the same chaos and everything else is happening. But it has given me this space to find myself again and calm down, recenter, regroup, regather the energy that I've lost, the spark that I've lost. And a lot of people, especially Indian friends that I have, they were like, are you crazy? You're going to Dubai, middle of a war? You're going to die. And and I keep telling them still, guys, I'm actually great. And they actually say, you're looking really calm.
Well,
you're looking really relaxed.
This is exactly where I will vouch your stance that people, in fact, our relatives, friends, they were concerned about what was going on, and they were pouring in messages. And I told them that even after whatever was going on around us, we never felt this safer before.
Yeah.
I mean, look at your surroundings. Yes, there are things which are going around, but overall, you don't feel worried that your family is going for a walk in the middle of the night. Your kids are going to school on their own. Things are still calmer. And the thing which I liked about this place, in my humble opinion, that Dubai's and UAE's system works in the background. It doesn't make noise.
No.
Whatever they are doing to protect you,
Yeah.
it is silently happening.
Yeah.
And they don't have to announce it for you to feel safe. It happens, it's visible, and your surrounding feels safe, and that is how you know, okay, fine, you are in UAE.
No, for
And
sure.
this is exactly, I'm sure, happened to
No,
you.
for
And
sure.
you have rightly pointed out that though your life was in shambles, you were able to collect it back while not worrying about other petty things which we worry in other countries.
Yeah, no, for sure. Also, a lot of people have a lot of opinion about UAE, and oh, this happens in UAE, that happens. To be honest, I was in Europe also two weeks ago, I think. I did not even feel safe in Europe.
True, you're right.
Because especially for people like you and I, right? We come from countries which everyone kind of thinks twice, We do have a lot of problems with where we stay, where we live, our work, people,
Law and
how
order,
they...
many.
And then here I am actually feeling calm about the place that... and another thing that a lot of people were saying before I moved to Dubai, oh, Iranians, they don't have a place in UAE and Dubai and everything. One of the reasons I actually feel safe, and not safe, but I feel more comfort. Like you have that comfort food or comfort smell. So in Dubai, I hear more Persian, more Farsi around me, more than India.
Okay.
There's supermarkets that I go here,
Okay.
which smells of home. There are Iranian restaurants.
Okay.
I go there and I meet Iranian people, and that's one of the reasons that has kept me feel comfortable. And that's why I
home.
feel, which
This
I
is a
did not
very,
feel that in India for the longest time.
You know what? This is something I would want to also have an opinion on it. It's a propaganda that I have been seeing on
For
social
sure.
media a lot, that certain ethnicities are being targeted,
Yeah.
certain set of group of people is being targeted.
Yeah.
I mean, I look around, I haven't found a single piece of evidence to this.
Yeah.
And I understand that why it happens. See, this place, I mean, if you're seeing it in the background, see, this place has made its mark in a region which was known to be chaotic.
Yeah.
And yet, of course, there are entities and there are people who are jealous of it,
Yeah.
about this place.
Oh,
And
talking
they
about
talk,
jealousy.
yes,
It's again. I
they're
made
jealous of you.
I actually
Yeah.
I made a video about this
Okay.
and I spoke about it. And then when you look at it, what UAE has done for the not only for their own people, but hundreds of different nationality. You have gave them safety. You have given them a land of opportunity. You have kept them safe. You have allowed them to come with any religion. Muslim, non-Muslim, Jew, I don't know, Christians, right? They're all living in harmony. They're all making money. They're all having a beautiful life, right? And a country like Iran is just the fact that they cannot be anything that UAE is. And then the propaganda that you're talking about, 99% of it is done by people like that, who they want to talk about like, oh yeah, this is happening and that is happening. They're attacking us. No. A lot of Iranians right now here, I'm Iranian, I live in UAE. A lot of Iranians here, they're still thriving. And obviously, if you are connected to certain people and certain government, you don't have a place here. Because it's very clear. And that's the rules and regulation of a country.
But yes, one must follow the rules of
Yeah,
the
of
land,
course.
the laws of the true. So moving on to
Yeah.
another part of this amazing conversation. I'm enjoying this thoroughly, and I'm sure you must be enjoying this. And for any future podcast, if you have questions, you can always comment, and I will definitely consider them. Mandana, I talk about relationships,
Yeah.
as you know that, and that is something which is a very close to my heart subject.
Yeah.
Mandana misunderstood professionally.
Yeah.
Mandana misunderstood in her culture as well, in her family as well. Relationships.
Oh my God.
Was Mandana, which part of Mandana was mostly misunderstood when you were in relationship, in marriage?
I think the fact that I don't know, a lot. You know, again, we had this conversation privately.
That will remain private, of course.
Yeah. But I think the reason I'm single even today is when you become when you behave like you are the man of your life, and then unfortunately you didn't meet a man, a real man, who can make you behave like this little princess.
Okay.
Even a person like me, at the end of the day, I'm a woman. I want to be treated like a princess, right?
True.
But then because I've taken care of myself for so long, for so many years, it takes a man, a real man, to kind of come to me and be like, okay, what do you want? Let me take care of it. Let me take
Okay.
care of you. You be the woman that you are. I love how strong you are. I love, you know, the person that you are outside, but let me be the man. Unfortunately, I have lived in India and I've dated a lot of Indian men. I've actually only dated Indian men. And these men, they come from the Beta Raja society, the golden boy of the family. It comes a lot of like, again, you have to be in certain ways of being a woman. You have to be in certain, keeping it quiet, don't have opinion. And unfortunately, I'm not. Everything that I am, it's against the Indian society. At least the guys who are living in India.
Okay.
And after a certain point, you need to kind of become a version of their mother's choice. And I'm not that.
So there is this guarded version of Mandana,
Yeah.
which I'm sure because of all the possible reasons.
That's
you are
probably
guarded.
every Mandana that everyone knows.
Exactly,
The guarded one.
exactly, the guarded one. For whom Mandana will lower down her guard? What kind of man that would be?
Yeah.
Which will allow him to pass on that blockade that you
I
have?
think for me, it's just a basic behavior. Just show up.
Okay.
And show up for me, yes, I'm a Taurian. I like to be spoiled. I like.
Oh, you're a Taurian?
Yeah, I'm a Taurian.
Again.
Yeah, it's my birthday.
I rest
soon.
my case.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So I'm a Taurian. I like to be spoiled and everything else, but also at the same time, I'm really basic.
Okay.
For just like for the times that the world is judging me, just be there and listen my version. Listen why did I do what I did as a man? Just listen. And
Okay.
unfortunately, there are not that many people these days that can listen. And I'm like, I rather go and save the people that I can, go to the gym, maybe hang out with my friends to at least, I don't have the headache of heartbreak and, trying to explain myself to a man who doesn't want to listen. And if you're not there to listen, see, to be honest, I'm very basic when it comes to men.
Okay.
And people look at me and they get so intimidated and they're like, oh my gosh, she's so strong and, she's this and she's that, she's pretty. Their insecurities actually, it kind of doesn't let them to even take the first step. And then they say, oh, she's a gold digger. I'm like, what gold? Did I dig your gold? Because if I did,
you would have been bathing in gold right now.
Yeah, if I was digging your gold, I would not be, struggling for basic things in life, while I'm actually helping a lot of other people. And because I look certain ways.
That is something I can vouch.
Yeah,
because I know a few things. Yeah. So.
Yeah, and I do certain, I do fall for strong man. And those strong men, some of them, they come from a very strong background, right? And unfortunately, I dated them, and they weren't as strong as they shown. Because, see, life is not always rainbows and unicorns, right? You understand who stands for you when the things get tough. And if that person doesn't stay for you, so I'm glad they're not there. And I wish them all the very best. All my exes, all of them. The worst one to the best one, or the worst experience that I had to the best experience, I counted as, if they didn't exist, all my relationships, if they didn't exist, I wouldn't be the Mandana that I am today. I wouldn't be having the grace that I have today. I had to learn something. I didn't know it at that point, but later I was like, oh, this person came to my life to show me this, or to show me that I'm actually better without them. I am becoming a better person, and they're not kind of fitting in that betterness that I have. And they have to deal with their stuff. Great. I'll wish you well. I hope for the best for you. But we weren't meant to be together forever. You weren't my forever. And
so
I don't really believe in forever, though.
Well, there are people,
a
huge set of people who believe that it has to be forever.
But it's when you think about people, that there are some people, they come to your life for a season, as they say, and the people come and they stay with you forever, right? So let's put it that way, that I haven't met my forever yet. And people that I've met so far, my relationships, there were people that have come to my life. I thought they were my forever, but they were there to teach me a bigger lesson. And it was bigger than me, and it was bigger than them. Okay.
If I may give my 2 cents over it, because I teach relationships, so I might be having a little opinion on this. Have you ever given a thought about that maybe you have been accustomed to 2 to 3 different lifestyles? One is living alone, independent, a person who is opinionated, and the third one, it's going to be a little psychologically disturbing, that for you, love is equals to intensity. Something, and that happens in your unconscious mind. You don't plan it, you don't strategize it, but it means intensity. And intensity is always unpredictable. Anything which is unpredictable is intense. When it's not yours, you crave for it or you long for it. When it's yours, when you get it for a brief period of time, you find the relief, not love, the relief. See, and it's addictive. It's like this dopamine rush that happens in your body. So a calm relationship sounds boring. It's a stalemate. It feels like it has no spark. It has gone down the drain. Like it is dead. And sometimes our mind is actually looking for that chaotic intensity. High highs and low lows.
I actually, like, with most of my relationship, after a point, when I drop the walls and everything, I become like a homebody. I want to stay at home and just like be on a couch, which I'm usually not. My life is chaotic. I'm always traveling. I'm always meeting up with the friends, partying, gathering, working. There's just a lot happening. Especially with my last relationship, because the person who I was with, in the beginning, everything was super exciting and everything. And obviously, when you go through life, things becomes more relaxed, right? And talking about staying alone, you would be surprised. I actually don't like staying alone. I don't. I love
It
going
apparently
back.
looks like that
No,
you'll be that lone
It looks
wolf.
like.
Yeah.
It looks like. I actually don't like living alone. I hate
Okay.
being alone. But I choose to live alone because of my own peace. Because
Okay.
of the people that I lived with them, right? They took this weakness of mine, which is actually wanting family, wanting to be with someone, right? They took it as a weakness. And they're like, okay, I'm going to do whatever I want with you because you love family. You want to be a homebody. You want to be a homemaker, which a lot of people, they don't look at it. And I say it proudly. As much as chaotic that I can be, I literally can stay in my house without going anywhere with my partner for a week or maybe even a month.
Okay.
No problem.
Okay.
I actually like being grounded, right? I like having a base, having a family, having all of that. But the problem is, when I do that, right, so far, I haven't found a partner who can actually give me a safe haven. The safe haven that they've given, it had a lot of conditions. One was a crazy mother. The other one was like, don't work. The other one was like, keep quiet. And I was okay with it. I left my career to get married.
This was the most unannounced, unknown part of Mandana to me as well. I mean,
Yeah.
we have talked before multiple
Yeah.
times. Even I wasn't aware that you can be this grounded and you can be that simple as well.
Yeah.
You know why? In my understanding, because I've worked with couples,
Yeah.
many couples, people fall in love with that chaotic version of you.
Yeah, they do.
You do, right?
And then the moment I become quiet, and then like,
Exactly.
I didn't sign up for this.
Exactly.
And then they try to poke me in places that they know is so important
True,
for me.
true,
You know, like example, and I didn't know at the time. You know, that's why the meetings that I have with you, you're one of the reason actually I found out this about myself. Someone sent me a book called Addicted to Drama, right? So I read the book and I was like, hold on a second. A lot of trait that I see, someone fall in love with me because I'm crazy, I'm chaotic. You tell me like we're going on a trip, my bag is booked, no question asked.
Get that.
Right? A lot of people think that as a chaotic, but what I count on it, I'm very flexible with things. Even with friends, I'm very flexible, right? And at the same time, I'm stubborn. But if someone honestly speaks to me and says, hey, I want this, we're going to do this, right? I might reason with them, but I'm flexible. I'm easy with them if I like you and if I'm opened up to you. So what happened is that in my relationship, so far, I have not found a partner that fall in love with this strong, independent Mandana that did not want to, put it into the cage after a year.
Yeah.
That was the problem. Because the moment they saw me calm, you know, letting go of things, not being bothered by situation, by the crazy mother, make the crazy mother my best friend. And they're like, no, we want you to fight.
Can I tell my observation about you? One more observation about you, and that's very interesting.
Sure.
Men like them that you've been with, they fall in love with this chaotic version, and the reason which I have mostly found in men like them and women like you, they get to live the version of themselves they never get to live because of you.
So true.
Right? You make them live that version of that lively, larger than life, adventurous, person. And when they get to live this part for a brief moment of time, they get done with it, and then now they need a different version of Mandana.
Yeah.
It's like
Which is not possible.
possible. You're not not somebody who's wearing a costume and putting off a costume.
Yeah.
You are a person. So this is exactly what happens. The most misunderstood part of Mandana, according to me, because as I said, we have talked before, is that they get to live different versions of themselves with one version of Mandana. But when they are done with that, they want to change that version of Mandana into their own version.
But also because they are really afraid. And I tell you, my ex actually, this is his own statement, not mine. He said, listen, I thought that I can go and live my life the way I want it, but I can't. I'm too weak. I'm too weak for it. I have to be following what my parents, what my family says. And I thought I can achieve that life that I wanted with you, and I'm sure I could, but I'm too weak for it. I can't do it. And that's exactly what you say. And that's exactly what a lot of people problem is with me in the society. They are so afraid of this great and larger than life that they could live, right? They still haven't been able to say no to their parents. Do they really can go on live channel and talk to some political party or whatever and ask a question from them? Do you think they can really do that? Then I become the bad person. I become the threat. Oh, Mandana is this, Mandana is that, she's this. Oh,
You're the scapegoat then.
yeah.
But that's
And I have absolutely no problem with it. When you get older, which I love, my birthday is coming soon.
Ah.
And I see this in myself. I like before. I give you an example. On Saturday, I went out after a really long time.
Okay.
I wasn't in a good mood, but now I'm getting back to life. I can feel it actually.
Amazing.
I went out with a few friends and I met this guy, the owner of the place, blah, blah, blah. He spoke to me. I did not. He came to me and said, oh, I'm the owner of the place. He got introduced to me. Okay. With all the respect, and I was hanging out there, and I had also a couple of lines with him, like exchange few words, and obviously it was a party place or whatever. And then suddenly after like half an hour, 40 minutes, I don't know what happened, the manager team or someone comes, don't talk to this person, he's the owner. This message has come from like his partner or like people, and you annoying him. I was like, first of all, I'm annoyed by the whole world.
Yeah.
And I haven't even spoken, right? So for a second, when I was just saying that and trying to understand why this person has a problem with me, I just went quiet. I said, okay, I will not talk to
You
this
didn't bother
guy.
asking?
No. I was about to ask, and I asked a little bit, but I'm talking about getting older, right? And suddenly in my head, I just switched it off. I said, okay, sure, I'm not going to talk to him. And I removed myself, literally, to the other side, trying to do my own thing, having conversation with other people. This person, again and again, trying to come close to me, the same person who I said, don't talk to me, trying to, get my attention. Like this little toy or, this parrot who's trying to get her attention and say, oh, look at me, I'm the owner, I'm like, whatever. And in my head, I was like, if this was like the Mandana before, I would question myself. Oh my God, what did I do? What did I say? Did I say something wrong? Did I behave in certain matters? I said, you know what, actually, guys, I just want to leave. This guy is such a big loser. Like, this is such a big loser who behaves like that. And before, I used to judge myself. Now I don't. I left with few friends and, we left and I had a great night.
Okay.
And that's what I love about getting old.
The old version of you or the younger version of you would have dealt it differently.
Yeah, I would try to understand, oh my God, why, what did I say? Or like, did I do something wrong? And unfortunately, I feel like, when you are younger, you start questioning a lot of other people's behavior towards you. But now I know.
Okay.
Sometimes, yes, I was disrespectful, but most of the time, people they mirror their own insecurity into you.
They project
the
that.
version that it's a lot of jealousy, it's a lot of envious, because they cannot be that version. For a lot of people, they cannot understand, how do I crash, rebuild, up, down, I'm still here.
No, that's the part which outshines you and outstands you with everyone else. Another favorite subject of mine in terms of relationships, and I have a feeling you have endured that. Mama's boy.
The Raja Beta society.
The Raja Beta.
Yeah.
I mean, have you come across a mama's boy?
Yeah, I have multiple times.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, this is exactly, I think, mama's boy, I have, in my experience, they do get attracted to strong women because they project onto their mommy issues onto that girl, onto that lady.
Yeah.
How was that experience dealing with a mama's boy?
I
Being
mean,
so strong in your own self.
See, in my sense, I never actually thought that, okay, I had two different cases. There was one which was like an open mama's boy and everything else. And because I wanted to have a relationship with that person, so I let go of a lot of things, which was red flag, and I should never have done that. But the other relationship that I had, It was more of like a love and hate relationship between he and his mother.
Okay.
And he didn't have a respectful relationship because at the same time that he loved his mother, he hated her so much because there was a lot of blame on her about their divorce, his parents' divorce and everything else. And I kind of became a bridge to build his relationship with his mom. And then when the love was found, I was also gone. Because apparently, I mean, this is my 2 cents about that relationship.
You helped him bridge his relationship with
Yes.
his mother.
Yeah.
And when they were fine, cordial, back
Yeah.
to normal.
Yeah. And then I was like,
you were thrown out of the window.
Yeah, I was. Because for the mothers like that, it cannot be two strong women. It has to be one, and the other one has to be, which I don't think that way.
That's a big statement. I never used this. I never heard this.
I don't.
They can't be
But
two
they
strong
do.
women, yes.
But that
I
kind
would
of
say
women.
there can't be one strong and another insecure woman.
Yeah. Because their strong version is they're strong in manipulation.
Yeah.
My strong version, I'll pick you up. I'll help you get up. I am going to be there when no one is there for you. As a woman, as a mother, as a sister, or whatever. I want to be there for you. I want to have your back. But for them, being strong means manipulation. Needing people so much. Needing the tribe. Needing my son. Needing everyone to be under the control. I don't want to control anyone. Not even my friend. Not even.
What we have seen when we talk about mama's boy, so on the other side of the fence, there is another woman. Actually, when
Yeah.
you say mama's, but the mama is woman, right?
Yeah.
Can we blame? Can the blame always be shifted towards men? Is it the men who are the problem in relationship? I mean, there are women. We have seen Saas.
Yeah.
Saas is being mother-in-law is being
Yeah.
termed as somebody who is the epitome of. I have to use a very sober word for that.
Yeah.
Something which creates problem, an
Yeah.
entity which is the epitome of problems in a relationship, and that happens to be a woman. Women is the victim, and woman is the aggressor on the other hand.
Yeah.
So how do you see?
Unfortunately, see how I see it and how I've seen it. Not only my situation, with my other Indian friends that I have also when they had the mother-in-law situation. The guy, it took him a lot to stand against the unfairness towards the woman, which doesn't really happen in India,
Okay.
right? It's
That's a taboo.
yeah, it's a, what do you call it? They want the daughter-in-law to understand it and to move on with it and to live with it, right? Where I know Indian people who they live in LA, New York, or whatever else, the society that they live in is very different. Because in India, we still have that whole same house and a joint family and everything else. And to be honest, no one is to blame. It's just as messed up as it could be the mother's problem and the son's. Because as a son, you need to take care of your partner, not giving your partner's responsibility to your parents, right? But also as a mother, you need to let your child grow in a way that they can take their own decision, right? So they both are blamed equally. And there is no, I cannot say, and I think it's really unfair to mothers or to the son to be blamed on one-sided, because there are a lot of parents that I feel for them. The way that they want the daughter-in-law and the son to stay with them and be, because they're fearful, right? And by the way, I told my last relationship, I told the person, I said, I understand. You've been here for 30 plus years. I've just come. Let me be with you. I'm not here to take away your beta, your Raja. I'm not. I'm add-on. I am an add-on. I'm part of your team. I'm here for you. And I've shown it to you for years. But now, when things are going serious, suddenly I'm a threat to your livelihood. And that's sad. And it's equally blame the son and the mother.
If you would have been at her place, for example, you become mother-in-law in future. Do you think that you will also face this insecurity that you have to share your son?
I don't think so. Okay. Because I have faced it myself, I don't think so.
Like, in my opinion, I don't know what happens, what transforms into a woman, because क्योंकि सास भी कभी बहू थी.
Yeah.
She might have faced a similar fate
Yeah.
in when she was a bahu,
Yeah.
and she turned out to be the similar saas that she endured.
Yeah.
So why can't this generational cycle be? It can be
See,
broken.
it's something that in India is still happening. Even 2026, it's happening. I know so many families, they're going through the same thing. I just hope for them to actually realize it and to deal with it in a grown up way of things, because see, the society has changed. The young kids, they don't work with their family that much anymore.
They're more emotionally literate.
They are. But then the fact that a lot of Indian guys that I know, they work with the family. There comes the controlling with the money, controlling with where they live and everything else. And I think it's like I feel like, I mean, I could be wrong because I'm not a professional to name it, but it's a kind of a sickness that it runs in a society. Because when you look at it, it has destroyed so many marriages.
A lot.
It has. I had a friend. They got divorced after 45 years. How can you get divorced because of the mother-in-law after 45 years? You tell me.
I have
And he had it. He had it enough. She had it enough. We cannot do it because the mother, by being so old, still.
I wonder this because I work with couples. I coach them, as you know
Yeah.
that. 80% of the divorces that happen in India or subcontinent, it is because of in-laws.
Yeah.
And there today I happen to encounter a very interesting case, and it happens often with me. There was this beautiful couple, and they are at daggers drawn with each other. They're fighting, and there's raucous in the house all the time. And we sat down, we started dissecting the problem, and his mother, and somewhere her mother as well, both the families.
Yeah.
So what we did, we went through a chronological order how things happened, and from every incident we separated the family members.
Yeah.
Right, from her side and especially from his side, separated, and in the end, when we came to the conclusion, between both of them there was no problem.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
they
sure.
were absolutely fine for each other.
Sure.
And it was because of the uninvited interference of the family members from both sides, and especially from his side, that was causing the problem. And this is exactly what happens.
I tell you a joke that my ex's mother made that I thought is a joke, but later on it made a lot of sense. I think when we met, when I met his mother, like first time or second time, she said, "Haha, I'm so happy that your mom and your family, they don't live in India. Great to not have them around." I was like, what do you mean? No, you know what I mean, how the mothers, they interfere in the daughter's life and everything. I was like, okay. And he's, no, I'm joking. It was a joke.
Okay.
But then later on I understand, because this person said that you might not have your parents around, but you're uncontrollable. And that's a word that a lot of these mother-in-laws, they use it in India.
So what's
They
the
want
need to
someone
control?
who's to be controlled
To be
of everything. How to eat, where to go, who to meet, how to behave. Your mother-in-law is your God. She's the only first woman in the house. No one is beyond, like, it's sickening. It's sickening.
What I believe, that it is high time that
Yeah.
this should be taught at every platform, how to cut the cord. I'm not advocating that mother should leave her son, or son should completely abandon his mother. It's a beautiful relationship, but there should be certain boundaries, and every relationship has its own realm to live and its own world to prosper and to raise itself. So only problem with us Desi societies is that everything is intertwined.
A lot.
Bahu, saas and everything. Okay. Now, Mandana, coming on to the identity of Mandana. People know you as an actress, as a model, as somebody who has influence over people, over her followers. Right now, which identity you're carrying?
I have given up on an idea of putting myself into the box anymore.
Okay.
Because of I think I've been really lucky to be part of many different industries, and some people would say, oh, she didn't success or whatever. My looking at success for me, I wanted to be this human, this nice, good person who has done good for people.
Okay.
That could be in the name of actress, that could be in the name of model, that could be in the name of interior designer or art curator or design consultant or now activist.
Okay.
So
Well, that's a different one,
yeah,
the activist one.
yeah.
Okay.
So see, for many years, since 20, no, actually before that, 2020, I've been working with a lot of women. I've been working with kids. I've teach whatever I could to slum kids in
Okay.
Bombay.
Okay.
I formed a football team to give them,
Okay.
yes, to give them education towards sports.
Mm-hmm.
So I've done that for many years. And, in a lot of cases which was internationally spoken about black lives and women and the Me Too and everything else, I've always had an opinion. And not only I had an opinion, I was a person that, okay, opinion is fine, but what can I do behind the scenes?
Okay.
Who can I gather together to do more for the society? Because I strongly believe it doesn't matter what society you live in. I don't like to be a consumer all the time. There needs to be a point that you give back. It doesn't matter how small or big it is, right? And what happened is that because of January until now, my voice became stronger, especially in India. And suddenly I started getting cases and files of people who they need money, who they stuck on borders, who are Iranians, but they got stuck in Europe or other countries that they needed money or they needed, somehow lawyers and things like that. So I actually started doing that. And I haven't really spoken about it openly because of obvious reason, because of their safety. And now my actual job is has taken a step back.
Okay.
Most of my day from morning to almost 4 in the morning is that, oh, we have a new case. Like right now as we speak, I'm working on 4 cases.
Okay.
These are women who they lost their children. They've lost their passports. They need lawyers. They need money. They need connection. They need a new job. They need a house. They need a safe house, right? That's what I'm doing now. And to be
Are
honest,
you getting
now,
any help from your peers, people you worked with?
not the people. Some of them they're helping me
Okay.
without giving any names. It's
Okay.
more of like a donation.
Okay.
They're not my partner. I don't have any partners. I'm doing it alone on my own. But they are doing donation.
Okay.
And even when I was in India, my NGO MHT, all the people who actually they supported me, they were unknown, but
Okay.
they were the reason that I could do the jobs that I was doing, the help that I've sent. So now I think I call myself just Mandana, who's helping a lot of people around.
You've been a part. I mean, still a part of that higher social status
Sure.
elite of India,
Yeah.
and that includes businessmen, that includes Bollywood stars. Do they have this thing in them that they ever extended their help? That okay, fine, I'll work with you.
Not really.
Or do they do the same thing?
Not really. It has been more like me going and knocking their doors.
But I have heard stories. There are big names. If you allow me, I can name
Sure,
Salman
please.
Khan.
Yeah, sure.
It's commonly known that
Yeah.
he's someone who helps people, especially from the industry.
No, I haven't got help.
Okay.
I haven't got help from him or anyone else. But for me, even with the family and with other people, I've always knocked doors.
Like
Not-
you have
not
knocked
only-
these doors already.
Not Not
Okay.
only their doors, I've knocked a lot of doors, and some of them they've said yes, some of them they said no, some of them they have applauded my encouragement that I have, and some of them they've politely.
They don't want to help, or is it the problem with Mandana? They don't want to help you help others.
See, the thing is, as you correctly said in the beginning of our conversation, a lot of people think that if they get involved with me, there is going to be tomorrow, there is going to be some news about, oh, she's doing this and she's doing that. Oh, she got involved with this person or that person. So again, it comes into, we don't want to get into it. And that's one of the reasons that I haven't had a job or a project since January, nothing. And it's an unsaid part of the rules of society that if you become this vocal and this public and this person who goes in NDTV and India Today and talks to all these politicians and people and questions them. So it becomes, it's really tough.
So you have become an outlaw in their eyes.
I've always been an outlaw.
A very basic question, which I'm
yeah.
sure, because it came to my mind, the viewers must be thinking, how do you survive this? And how do you survive for, like, as a common person? Obviously, you have needs,
Yeah, of course.
financial needs. You need to live. You need to earn a livelihood.
Yeah.
How do you do that then?
See, amongst everyone else that judges me, doesn't want the good for me, or they are kind of confused how I'm even surviving my life, right?
Yeah, exactly.
When you do good, there are doors that opens to you. There are people that they come to your life. They're not even my friends. Some of them are not friends.
Okay.
They don't know me. I don't know them that well. But they've literally come to me and knocked my door and they said, listen, how can we help you? But publicly, we don't want to get involved because of business, because of names, because of whatever. And I say, okay, I'm helping so-and-so people. I need this much of money. Okay, fine. How much more do you need?
Okay.
Because what happens is that in life, when you do good, there are a lot of people that come and help you. Like today I got someone who I've known socially, not even a friend.
Okay.
This woman, she called me up and she was like, listen, how do you even survive your life? Are you making any money? I said, no. I'm literally spending from my saving. I'm spending from my saving for other people, and I don't know how I'm going to take care of these many people. And there's a website. Oh, I forgot to tell you about this. There is a Iranian family. They are one of the Bazari, very big family, big name. I've known the kids many years ago from Dubai and from US. And they contacted me and they said, hey, listen, how are you even, we've heard that you're helping certain families and certain people. How are you sustaining your life? I said, I don't. From staying in a big house, I live right now as we speak in a one little tiny studio because that's all I can afford. And whatever money I have, it goes to other people, not even for myself. And then he was like, how about I give you a platform and you work on this platform. I give you a salary. Forget, you're making money or not or whatever. We create a case for you, which is like a fundraising case for Iranians. The company has been registered in America. And you could be a partner in that company as well. And I wanted to just come on a platform and talk. And have a better voice and have a platform that actually people who they don't want to get involved with Mandana Karimi, but there is a platform, they can come and donate and you can do the work that you're doing.
No, I think it's a good opportunity.
That's pretty much where I'm standing today. And when people, because this year, there is Milan Design Week, the Furniture Fair, there was Art Basel Hong Kong. I didn't go to any of them, and that's actually my bread and butter. Because I didn't have a client. That's first thing. Second, when I wake up in the morning until my late at night, I'm just working on people's cases, and I have to raise money. We just helped a woman she's stuck in Iraq.
Okay.
She didn't know where to go, what to cook. She doesn't know language. How do you find people?
And
because of my interviews, by the way, some of my interviews, I've had way beyond my fame that I have. These people are like some serious voices around the world. They message me, they email me, and they're helping me.
I'm sure they must be listening right now. And
I hope so.
Yeah, they should.
Yeah. No, some of them, they called me from Australia. Some of them are from New York. Some of them are from Israel. They message me and they're like, listen, we love to help you. Can we help? And I say, yeah, do you know an international lawyer who can help these people? And suddenly the next thing I know, the doors has opened for other people, not only for me.
That's amazing. So my next question was that, do you fear being lonely? Do you fear loneliness, which might hit? But now that you have said that there are people, there are hands who have extended olive branch and they are helping you, but still they are helping you for a cause. But as someone who would want to lean on to someone, right? Everybody wants to. Do you fear loneliness?
Of course I do. I think this is a week ago or maybe more. There was an evening, I got a call from my family Oh, it wasn't a happy call. They were getting trouble because of me, and it wasn't a happy call.
Okay.
But it could be fixed with money. Let me put it that way. And then I had another call from this woman that I've never met. She has lost her daughter. And then there was another call. There was just like 3-4 calls of people calling me and asking for help, right? I had this moment, I broke down. I sat on the floor and I cried. And, I just looked up and I was like, God, can you please send one person who can help me, who I can call that one person who could fix everything for me, or I could just call and talk to this one person. Because these days, even by having so many people around me, I don't feel most of these people, they understand the pain that I go through. The pain that I'm safe, but there are a lot of people they counting on me,
Okay.
right? And then when I know I might not be safe, when I know I might not be healthy or take care of them, I feel so much of weight on me that I'm only one person. How can I do more? And then I go back to the reality of life, right? There are a lot of people that they say, oh, you shouldn't talk politics, you shouldn't talk about this. While me simply going on an interview, it could be any channel, right?
Okay.
That opens up a lot of other doors for other people. Everything that I'm gaining right now, it has been for other people. I have fought a battle for other people that they don't have a voice, right?
Okay.
And there has been days that night I cried and I was like, God, just please send one person who can help me. I need help. I need to make money. Because if I had job, if I was making money, these kind of thing would be easier for me. I could help more. I could do more. And I'm alone, but my feelings to be lonely is not that much because I want to be held or I want to have someone in my life. It's more of like, I wish I had a partner. I wish I had another brain who was helping me,
Why do you think it's your responsibility to help others?
Then who else?
I mean,
then how the world would run. Imagine everyone was just taking and taking and taking. Then what?
So you're a giver.
Yeah, I am.
And I wonder, again, I mean, it makes me go back to that part of a conversation where we talked about relationships. How come a giver is not being understood by somebody who was continuously taking?
Yeah.
I mean, you're a great giver.
Yeah.
I cannot imagine.
Because that's the world that we are living in. That's a reality that we are living in.
Don't you feel that world has been so ungrateful to you and it's time for you to stop?
Oh no, I had a beautiful life. Oh no, I had a beautiful life. I met some beautiful souls as well. And
even if the journey was short?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Do you believe that journey can't be forever?
Of course it's not forever. We all have an expiry date. But would you like, I tell this to a lot of people. They say, someone called me today and they called me white. They said, you're still white. You haven't been bought by certain people or certain, groups. I said, yeah, of course. Because I want to look back and not be counted as a famous person. I want people who I don't even know. I don't know if I'm going to meet these people ever, the ones that I'm helping. But I want them to say, there was a girl, she helped me. And that's pretty much it. Unfortunately, it sounds a little bit, we're living in a world that everything I need to get something from it.
No, that's not, I won't say it cliche, it's very much, it's different. I'm still trying to conceive it. I'm still trying to get a grasp on it that...
Because there has to be more people like me in the world. Otherwise, our world is going to collapse. When you look back, right, when the population wasn't so like now, unfortunately, people, they don't understand one thing. There's so much money in this world. There's so much of kindness. There's so much of power. There's so much of everything, right? But if you become this behind this rat race of better, bigger, more, until when? When are you going to give back?
I'm still wondering, I'm just trying to put myself in your shoes, that what about the consideration? Okay, what am I going to get out of it? Don't you think that what am I going to get out of it?
I don't want to get out of it. But that's why when people now call me activist, I don't mind it. I'm like, okay.
Just like your conscience
Yeah,
is
it is.
satisfied.
It is. And also, like, there is this new thought in my head that maybe I'm not, maybe the God who has built me, who made me, has sent me here to help people. Maybe I'm not supposed to have that typical basic of what human think that they've been made for, having a family and a husband and children. Maybe I'm not built for that. Maybe I'm supposed to have 100 kids. Maybe
Yeah.
I'm supposed to have that 100 kids of Bombay that they still, if you go around there, by the way, they still call Mandana Madam. They call me Mandana Madam in that area. Maybe I'm supposed to have 100 kids. Maybe I'm supposed to have 2,000 kids. Maybe I'm supposed to have hundreds of family.
So do you think you have found your maqsad, laksh, objective, purpose? Is this the purpose of
I
your
think
life?
so. I think I was put in this world to actually be that person who's helping people. And also, like, don't get me wrong, I had all the opportunity to be bigger, much bigger,
This
more
is exactly
money.
what baffles me, that you had the opportunity.
more money. Like the amount of money I have been offered by different people, different whatever. I said no. Because the moment you go after that, it's not like I hate money. I'm not saying that. I love a luxurious life, and I live my life luxurious as much as I can, and I can afford it. But the fact that if it becomes a condition for you to become that rich, to just say what you're supposed to say, I don't want that. I want to be that person who's helping people without wanting anything. I don't want anything. A lot of people say I'm talking about everything is happening right now because of numbers and followers. I have dropped more than, I think, 100K followers. A lot of people
just
hate me
because
also.
what you say.
Yeah. I've dropped followers, I've lost projects, I've lost money, I've lost friends, I've lost people, I've lost so much. If you look at it, what I'm doing right now, as far as the society and people, I've actually lost more. But what have I gained?
There's a different opinion that if you would have had money,
Yeah.
because if you would have done things accordingly,
Yeah.
you could have helped more people.
Yeah. No. But that's the thing.
Okay.
If you want to make more money in certain areas, you need to be hands to them. Unfortunately, I haven't found that person who's going to help me without wanting me to be part of a gang or group or government or whatever.
Given the opportunity, Mandana, because we're just going through the last
Sure.
minutes of our podcast,
Sure.
you still have it in you.
Yeah.
You are somebody who's an amazing performer.
Yeah.
Given the opportunity, if Bollywood welcomes you back, would you go?
Oh, Bollywood still welcomes me.
Okay.
There are people who welcome me, but I don't want to.
That welcome is conditional?
It is conditional. It is conditional. It is a lot of if and buts.
Okay.
And to be honest, I don't see, it's not because I don't want to go back. It's because I did not, at that time when I was in it, I didn't see much more growth in me anymore as a person. And I don't like being that person. I need to feel, okay, last year I did this much, this year this much, my growth as a person, as a human. And I didn't feel like I'm growing.
I think
And
they
the-
would
and-
want you to keep your mouth shut.
Yeah, it is.
That will be
exactly.
that will be the very first condition.
Yeah, exactly. And believe me, for me, the money that I used to make as an actress was way beyond what I've made in past 5 years, let's say. I went back to school. I was the happiest in after so long when I was going to school in the morning. In the evening, I was going to office, and I was struggling. But I was the happiest. Do I want that, or do I want to sitting in a penthouse or whatever and be comfortable and shut my mouth and close my eyes to people who are starving and so on, so on, so on, so. I have a little bit too much. That's what my very close friends, they say. I have a little bit too much of a consciousness. I get worried for people. Like I went on a street once and, there was a girl, whatever she was doing, I actually removed money and gave it to her and I said, please, can you stop doing what you're doing? At least don't do it in front of me until I'm in this area. I have a little bit too much of, I hope I could fix a lot of people and a lot of things, help a lot of people. But also the little tiny help that I'm doing to people, for people, still something. And I need to find more people who are actually caring about people who are in need.
This sentence of yours has stayed with me. That
Yeah.
you said that I have a little bit more conscience that other people have.
Yeah.
I remember this famous movie of Nana Patekar where he said, don't wake them up, they're sleeping.
Yeah.
People were there awake. They were not speaking up against
Yeah.
injustice.
Yeah.
So while he was about to be hanged, he said that you don't wake them up because
Yeah.
they're having this slumber sleeping.
Yeah.
You are somebody who wakes people up, and you, after this podcast, at the end of it, I am able to conceive a redefined notion of happiness, because
Thank you.
people think, and I won't say I'm a saint, even me
Yeah.
myself think that accumulating stuff will make me happy.
Yeah.
Reaching to a certain point and fulfilling objectives and finding more purpose will make me happy. I mean, you
Yeah.
have redefined it. Happiness is not something
Yeah.
that it's not a destination that you reach.
Yeah.
It's an ongoing thing.
Yeah.
I mean, that's amazing.
I mean,
Mandana.
again, like about buying stuff and doing all of that, I like
Yeah, fine.
luxury.
Fine.
And, I bought myself a passport.
Okay.
And, someone asked me, like, what's the last luxurious thing that you bought? I said, my passport. Because after I bought my passport, it made my life easier.
Okay.
It helped me to achieve more that I wanted in life. And one of the things actually I've survived, you asked me how I'm surviving now, is I've started selling the stuff that I bought for years. And I
Okay.
have accumulated like bags, shoes, watch, things like that. And in my head, I was like, how long I'm going to like sustain like this? But then back of my head, there is this annoying noise. I don't know, is it God? Is it the angel? Is whoever is having me, maneuvering me around the world, is that, don't worry, you're going to be just fine. Don't worry. One day at a time. It's going to get even better and bigger and even better and bigger. And that's how I'm just like living my life right now.
Mandana Karimi, it was wonderful talking to you.
Thank you so much
I
for
had a
having me.
great time, not
Thank
only
you.
conversation with you, but also learning a lot from you as well about life, because I have really seen people who have struggled through life
Yeah.
and they do not complain about life. They do
Yeah.
not whine, and they do not make hue and cry
Yeah.
about life. You have
Yeah.
learned through it,
Yeah.
yet you have learned to live at its fullest.
For sure, because you either sit down and cry and nag and give excuses to life and how unfair it is, or you just grow it with grace. And you believe, you need to believe in something or someone.
True.
You need to believe in some sort of a bigger power. And I tell you this with 110% of grace. With everything that has happened, especially past few months, it would not, in my wildest dream, I would not see myself living in Dubai. And if I'm here on this position that I am right now and living here, I know, not even hope, I know that God has planned something for me. It's bigger than me and bigger than a lot of people. And it's going to happen.
Amazing.
It's just a matter of time.
It is a matter of time.
It's just
Thank
a
you
matter-
so much again.
Thank you so much for
Mandana.
having me.
Guys, I hope the takeaway for this podcast is for me, and I'm sure it will be for you, is that you should have a conscience that is at least awakened. Do not let it sleep. I'll see you in the next podcast.